Hi there. Today, a parable of sorts, and an update on my dad and the long days that come with a loved one experiencing dementia. First, a thought. People with dementia may have a great deal to teach the rest of humankind. If we make the venture one of genuine and open engagement, we'll learn a great deal about ourselves. Professor Tom Kitwood. First of all, happy vernal equinox. It's the first day of spring, and may it arrive for you not just in name, sooner than later. Well, you know, it's been almost 3 months now since my trip to Kelowna in the BC interior, about an hour's flight here on Vancouver Island, to move my soon-to-be 90-year-old dad from his long-time independent living seniors residence to one with more assistance that he needed. Well, he stayed there all of 2 nights, and we all found that he was just not mentally or physically equipped to live there without my sister sleeping on a nearby cot. So that didn't work. So despite their warmest welcome, we had to move Dad out again. But this is where things got better. He moved into that same Sister Leslie's busy household. He has his own room. Thanks to Veterans Affairs, he's in the midst of getting everything he needs to live there and move around well. And of course, Leslie's entire family, busy husband, equally busy teens, 3 dogs, and yes, even a cat, have all made him a part of the family. He is gaining weight and strength, and just having a Blue Jays game on repeat on the TV keeps him happy. Plus, it keeps Leslie from losing her mind when that all-too-tiny CTV news wheel repeats. To Dad, you see, every time he sees the ball game, it's new to him. His short and mid-term memory is almost completely gone, although still he remembers family. I had not even gotten off the plane coming home from that last trip when one sister told me he didn't know I'd visited or helped him move. Leslie takes him to see his girlfriend, and by the time he's home, he says she wasn't there. By the end of the day, as well as being physically spent, Leslie is mentally exhausted from going along with his questions and stories. And at the end of the day, that's when this former pilot is getting out of bed about 3 times every night, asking what time he's up in the morning for his flight, where his kit bag is, and so on. He asks for Mom, who passed away 11 years ago. If we thought about it, it'd break our hearts. But we're pretty much ready for whatever comes. At this point, among the sisters, Dad is getting all the assistance that the system allows. That's almost half the job, really, the paperwork, the phone calls, the persistence, and of course, above all, the patience. He knows he's surrounded by love. He gets lots of his favorite foods, frequent naps, and of course, the Blue Jays. So today, in my dad's honor, and for everyone here who is or loves a senior, I'd like to share this wonderful, sweet, and funny story, author unknown, and it goes like this. The pilot of an Airbus 380 is on his way across the Atlantic. He's flying at about 800 kilometers an hour, 30,000 feet, when suddenly a Eurofighter with a Tempo Mach 2 appears. The pilot of the fighter jet slows down, flies alongside the Airbus, and greets the pilot of the passenger plane by radio. "Airbus, boring flight, isn't it? Now have a look here." Well, with that, he rolls his jet on its back, accelerates, breaks through the sound barrier, rises rapidly to a dizzying height, and then swoops down almost to sea level in a breathtaking dive. He loops back next to the Airbus and asks, "Well, how was that?" And the Airbus pilot answers, "Very impressive. But watch this." The jet pilot watches the Airbus, but nothing happens. It continues to fly straight at the same speed. And after 15 minutes, the Airbus pilot radios, "Well, how was that?" Confused, the jet pilot responds, "What did you do?" And the Airbus pilot laughs and says, "I got up, stretched my legs, walked to the back of the aircraft to use the lavatory, then got a cup of coffee and a warm chocolate pastry." The moral of this story is, when you're young, speed and adrenaline seem to be great. But as you get older and wiser, you learn that comfort and peace are more important. This is called SOS, slower, older, smarter. I love that. And now, sit back, relax, and don't forget to stretch your legs. Enjoy the sweetness of life, and be sure to take in that view. Have a lovely week. Please let me bring peace to your nighttime with Drift Sleep Stories, available for free wherever you download podcasts. And I'll have a new episode 12 podcast with Lisa Brandt on Gracefully and Frankly this Thursday. We're hearing it's a new must for thousands of listeners, and we are grateful to every single one of you. Thanks a lot. Happy spring.